So moving on to the more meaty stuff. Now that we've looked at that, we're going to be. I thought this was quite um, an interesting image because uh, people, when you talk to them about social media, and that face is their reaction. I thought that might just raise a smile amongst a few. So we're going to look at myths, definitions, and benefits of social media. So I thought I'd start, and I'm going to get people who can talk, and the people who can type. And if you turn to page 11 of the workbook, you'll see some myths of social media, which I have asked you to say whether or not they're true or false. So it's free. What do you think? If you think it's free, let me know. If you think it's free, or if you don't think it's free, let me know that too. So,
I think it's
Joey,
free.
you think it's free? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I do, but
True,
it is
true.
Bernie, yeah.
Okay, so you all think it's free. Well, that's a myth. Social media
Oh,
is not free, and I'll tell you why it's not free, because time isn't free. Okay, your time is money. If you're in business, every minute you spend doing something is a minute you could spend doing something else. And so there's an opportunity cost for the time you spent on social media. If you spend 4 hours on social media each day as part of your marketing and you get no return, you can cost your time. How much do you charge yourself out per hour? And that's time that you're not earning money. So it's not free. It's because you don't have to pay to be on the platforms. It's not free. And then, quite honestly, there's no such thing as a free lunch. And the people who own the platforms bombard you with advertising messages just to make sure you understand it's not free, because that's how they're making money. So that's a myth. It's not free. Social media equals viral. Okay, hands up if you think it equals viral. Yes or no? What do you think?
I didn't think it was viral.
You don't think it equals viral, okay? Yeah, that's true. What's the other say? Can be. Yes, it can. So, okay, I wrote a blog post about Psy from Gangnam Style. You know, Gangnam Style was the most
Yeah.
successful video of all time. Had over 1 million or 1 billion YouTube users, whatever the number was, and it was an orchestrated campaign. The what you call it, music company that he worked for orchestrated that campaign from day one. They planned it. So it wasn't a magical viral thing. And there's been lots of people who've done studies, and I also wrote a blog post that explained how they planned it from the release of the record to growing from the Asian market to the American market, who they particularly had in the program so that it would get viral. The people that were in the video were planned so that it would grow their audience. So the only things that are viral on social media, and were in the old days. Nowadays, and there was another example of a woman who had a story about how she had decided not to clean the house because her girls weren't helping, and so she downed tools, and that went viral. And do you know why it went viral? Because one of her friends works for Huffington Post, and they posted it on their blog. So the section is what makes digital content create buyers. Why is it that people buy things from people who are on social media? You know, because actually you can be out there telling the story, but how are you going to turn those people into buyers? And if you look at the next page in the worksheet, we've given you a list of things that will help you when you're talking about how you're going to be online. Allow your message to be something that's going to lead people down your sales funnel. So your message has to match your market. So and again, this comes back very clearly to knowing who your audience are. And as I was just saying, reputation. If you're out there and you're here's an extreme. So your audience are nuns, and what you sell nuns are religious religious stuff, like habits and things like that. And then in your message, you use a lot of profanity. You put on all sorts of kind of weird things from fail blog. Your message isn't going to match your market, and if that's how you're going to be on social media, then that's not going to create any buyers for you. So I know it's an extreme, but I just kind of wanted to give you an idea. You need to establish rapport, and um, um, and we all just for people, if I'm sure what rapport is, but I'm sure you do know, it's that kind of unconscious state of trust and responsiveness with somebody because they feel that you really are connecting with who they are in the way where you're communicating with them. And you can do this online. You can do this through the stuff that you post. Yeah, you need to be know likable, I the whole know, like, and trust. um, you need to be overcoming objections. And some of the objections people will have is that, who are you? Why should I trust you? Yeah. Over and above the objections that may be about the product or service that you're offering as a solution, which you will do in your blogs. And because we have to remember, there are lots of people online who are fictitious, i.e., they're robots, they're trolls. So part of what you're going to be doing on social media in terms of the information you put there is going to overcome that objection for doing business with you, because by being consistent but always being there and putting out messages that are of incredible value. It will take time for people to trust you because, as I said, it's very easy to not be who you seem on social media. You have to provide overwhelming proof that what you're offering as a solution is the right solution for your audience. And that's not about you listing facts and figures about your product. It's really about you providing information that is of incredible value around the issues that you are. That the purpose behind your social media engagement is to turn your strangers, people that you don't know, into raving fans through that process of getting them to know, like, and trust you, to really appreciate, that you're going to give them things of incredible value that they really appreciate. So they become fans or brand ambassadors. There's nothing more powerful in marketing than people referring other people to you. That is your most powerful marketing, word of mouth. It's better than anything else that you can say because you're being endorsed by others. And if you think how much you value the opinions, or maybe not, but normally of your friends and family when they recommend something to you, just imagine that is what your customers are doing on your behalf. Um, the way in which we get people to know, like, and trust us is providing them with great content. Content and information is really the gold of the internet. That's why we say content is king. People will seek out information that's useful to them, and the more useful the information is, the more they will read it, the more they will share it, because it's actually saving them time. The thing that you're giving them is, if you think about how much is available on the internet, do a search for anything, and Google, if you're using Google, will give you a 1 billion, zillion, trillion, whatever searches within 30 seconds. And all of that is information. And if you, as somebody that they've got to know, has sift that and produce content that's easy for them to understand, you're actually providing them with a valuable service, which they will reward you with their attention by. Um, And if you have a system for planning how you produce your content, you can ensure you get a return on your investment. So if you are very clear about what you're going to do when, it makes you more time efficient. It allows you to maximize the time that you're spent there, and to make sure that you're putting out the right messages to the right people in the right way, because you've already looked at this in your planning. And then we looked at how you can even get more out of everything you do using the 80/20 principle by repurposing your content. So how you can take one piece of information and put it in different formats and across different platforms so that you can actually leverage your time more effectively. So those are the key things that I think we're drawing from lesson 5, and I hope that was all very clear to you. So I've just put here up as another point, and if you look in your handbook, as you always, there's a space left for you to write in your other takeaways, and it might be helpful if you've got anything that I haven't mentioned and you want to share with the rest of the people on the webinar. Put up your hand and I'll come to you.